We're going to take stock of how the holiday was. Did it meet our expectations? What I need to improve in the next travel, and perhaps maybe share a few tips of also what you can do to better your holiday, whether on a budget or without a limited budget. Hello, good people. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to another episode of Live, Learn, Adventure, and Charity. And of course, in today's video, we are going to review our holiday overall experience. Like I said, the review of the hotel is going to be on our other channel, Just Life. So don't forget to check it out. So, the first thing about a holiday is planning. Let me say, before you even travel, you do the booking and everything else that you need to do for your holiday, you need to plan. And this planning depends on your financial status, one, and it also depends on your personal planning. Because sometimes you may have different factors affecting it. Maybe you're a random person, maybe you're a planner, maybe, and all those factors. But I would say number one thing is come up with a plan. And if you have been watching us for a while, you know our policy is goal setting. Travel is a goal. It's not a random thing for most people. Of course, for some people it is random, especially if you do travel as a job, or you travel often on your job. But for purposes of this video, we're going to address holiday, adventure, vacation, whichever you may call them. Yeah, so the first thing I do is plan my travel for a specific period of time. Like now, the next planning that I'm doing is for the following year. This is 2024. Currently, the schedule for 2023 was affected by other factors, and we move on swiftly. I think it is only this particular holiday that was not affected, and I thank God, because whatever stalled my travel is now behind us. Yes, and as we project for the new year, we will have big things, and we will always share our experience, so that if two things, if you think travel is luxury, you may see it from another perspective. If you think travel is something you have never thought of, maybe you can look at it from a different perspective. Yeah, so we started planning for this travel after our last travel in October. It started as a habit last year, and we keep going basically. And the first thing is, we decided after the first travel in October, we're going to do another one. And as soon as you close that one, you know you have another planned travel in October. What does that tell you? You have a specific period of a whole year to plan yourself. During the planning process, you need to identify a few things. First, you have your budget, which is within, of course, your means. Do not borrow for travel. Do not take a loan for travel. If you cannot pay for it, honestly, do not take it. Unless it is for work. You can maybe consider to borrow for work. But if you can, avoid borrowing for travel. Okay? Then number two, if you realize you have a whole period of say 6 months, 1 year to plan, you start saving gradually. Don't expect you're going to pop and pay one off, especially if your finances do not allow. If they do, why not? Don't stress yourself. But if they do not allow, ensure you save gradually. You can look at the amount of money you need for that holiday, and you split it within the period that is needed. If like right now you need 12,000 for your travel, you can decide you'll be saving 1,000 every month. Comment down below if you ever plan your finances for travel or they find you off guard. Yeah, then the next thing, you need to identify your destination. Of course, we started with a budget because you cannot go somewhere you cannot afford. So you need to first know how much you're able to set aside. Then you, after you have set aside the amount, then you decide this is the place I will go. Okay? This place, sometimes it may be tricky if you are planning to go after a year, because some countries, maybe the weather is not friendly for the time you want to go. Maybe it's raining, maybe it's snowy, and all that, and all those factors, and you may not enjoy your stay. So it is important for you to find out the weather of the place, when is the best time to visit. The next important thing is peak and off peak. If you are in a position to travel during off peak, that is the best time, because one, traveling will be affordable, two, accommodation will also be affordable, and basically the service will be amazing, because I mean there are less people to attend to and they tend to give you more attention. Comment down below your preferred travel period. And this mostly, I think we have said it in a previous video, is if like you don't have school going kids, or even if you do, you're not traveling with them, this is a factor, because sometimes peak period is during the school holidays. And I mean, if you want to go with the kids, you can't stop them from going to school so that you can travel for a holiday. Yeah. Number two is preparation. You have everything set, you have a destination, you have the budget, you know how the finances will come about, and all that. So you need to plan yourself. First, you need to ensure that the bookings are confirmed. You can book yourself, or you can use a travel agent. Sometimes I feel like travel agent could be kinda cheaper. I'm not keen to the fine details, but I feel like it's convenient and kind of cheaper, because you see, when they are moving you, especially for the transfers, when they have transfer either from the airport or from the train station, or whichever place they are picking you from to your destination, they're not picking one person. They can decide to take you with a bus. But if I book an Uber solo, I will get to pay solo. So that is why I would say, to some extent, the travel agent could be kinda cheaper. Comment down below, what mode would you prefer? Would you prefer to book for yourself or to use a travel agent? Honestly, I would prefer a travel agent. The travel agent also ensures that you get your booking, you get your transfers and the confirmations, and some even offer different activities you can do while you're on vacation. But I want to try and see. I have done booking with a top company and an upcoming company, and I feel like for most restaurants and hotels, they give preference to the big companies, of course, because they're bringing you business. So it's no brainer there. Yeah, but I feel like if you want to support the upcoming companies, you should give them the same level of service, so that you get the same level of feedback. Let me not feel like when I booked with a big company and when I booked with a small company, there's a huge difference. Remember, both of them are bringing business. It's only that one has a clientele which is already there, and maybe it's bigger, but this other one may grow. So let's give opportunities to all the companies and see if the customer gets the same level of satisfaction. In your budget, you need to look at different things that you need to cater for during your holiday. Number one, transport, food, and accommodation. Let me categorize them together, because mostly you can get the same at the same point. And of course, adventures and movement when you're on holiday. unless you just want to chill, you're just on a holiday, no adventure at all. Yeah. So the transport is determined by the size of your budget, because you can use the different modes: train, air, road, to get to your destination, which will still get you there anyway. I'm going to recap what I managed to keep within my plans during our last holiday. Number one, the budget. The accommodation and food budget was within what I had projected. Other expenses, miscellaneous and adventure, they did not, they were below my budget by more than 10,000, if I may just put that. Yeah, basically that. So, in a nutshell, I I have a budget for the upcoming year for different travel activities, and this budget will cover different modes of food. If you watched our immediate previous video, we talked about the different modes of accommodation when you have traveled. That is bed and okay. Let's just reflect on the different modes of accommodation when you have traveled. That is food, uh, and sleep, basically the bed. So there is bed and breakfast, where you just use the facility for sleeping and you get one meal in the morning. There is half board, where you get your breakfast and another major meal, and of course the sleeping, the bed. And there's a full board, where you get all your meals throughout the day, and of course accommodation. And there is all inclusive, where you get on top of the full board, you get additional things. So depending on your budget, you can see how you can meet some of these expenses. And some small hotels would even just offer you bed and breakfast. I think if you're following us for a while, there's a video we posted some times back, and that accommodation was amazing, but they only offer bed and breakfast. So is and because it is in the center of the city, it is projected that most people who reside there are going to work and they will come in the evening. And there's a strategic restaurant next to it, which makes sure that you're full, so you will not suffer. And I must say, some of these destinations, their food are very considerate as compared to like a city like Nairobi. And if you eat from the restaurant, whatever maybe you can eat in Nairobi and whatever you can eat in Mombasa for the same price is different in terms of quantity. Yeah. Transport, we said it depends on your budget. So for me, my preferred mode of transport is flight. But if I cannot afford, that will not stop me from going to my holiday or to my adventure. So I would consider taking the bus, I would consider the train, I would consider even self-drive if need be. Because some of the destinations, like if they're not so far, why not self-drive? It's actually, the transport will be more affordable, though I feel like it becomes more tiring because you spend time driving. Comment down below with the companies that offer travel to local destinations. I realized it was very expensive. I tried to book for a certain destination and it was quite expensive. I must say that I could not even pay. I would rather just drive. And the alternate was flight, which was also exorbitant. I really wanted to do the adventure, but it was beyond my budget. Not because I cannot drive there, but I wanted to see, what if I just relax? I'm going for a holiday, I will just relax, get someone to drive me there and someone to bring me back. But well, unless I use the PSV, which is our matatus, that then will be more budget friendly, because I think for the matatus is about 300 to 500 max. So that will be my option when I decide to go there, because the flight, The private taxi was just too expensive for me. The next thing I would write home about is service of a place that I want to go. And whenever I think of or I get suggestions of different places, I go online and check for their reviews. I don't want to go and get disappointed whilst I would have checked to just ascertain. How many times have you gone to a place and after reading the reviews later you ask yourself, why did I even choose this place? The reviews are so bad. Number one. Number two, you may read the review in advance. Then when you go to the place, you're surprised that the service is amazing. Sometimes I don't know. Comment down below what you think about reviews. Are they always honest? Are there people who are paid to give reviews? Uh, um, and who do not actually give the true position? Let me tell you, there is no one, no place, no nothing that is perfect. So even if you find 100% perfect reviews, you should ask yourself, why is it 100%? At least there is a gap. Even you yourself, you're not 100% perfect. So you also have a gap. Just like the way you have a gap, everything else has a gap. Yeah. I have to take stock of my timings during travel. Let me tell you, my people, this has been the perfect and smooth experience. First, I made it to the train station on time. That has always been a struggle. I get there maybe 20 to 30 minutes before. Last time, I almost, I don't know how to explain it, but I was struggling to get a taxi because I realized Ubers don't want to go to the station because they will have no one to come back with. But let me ask you, from Mombasa Road, you want to tell me you can't get passengers back? I took my Uber at 9, and let me tell you, if there was traffic, I would have been late for the train because it took some time before someone decided to pick my request. If you operate a taxi, comment down below your problems because sometimes we may not understand where you come from, and you never know, we can be able to also see how we can support you even better, or we can understand where you come from. If you operate taxi services, comment down below and tell us some of the challenges that you face. So, post review. For me, I think everything was okay. My departure time was okay, my return was okay. Of course, the train is never late. The food was amazing. Let me tell you, even if there would have been nothing which was good at Southern Palms, the food was amazing. Amazing and in plenty. That is a tick, tick, tick for them. If everything there, including the service at the restaurant, the chef would come and ask, how is the food? What do you want us to improve? Let me tell you, it is so fulfilling when someone asks you your experience on something. Don't always assume that because you have made nice food, it's nice. Something can be improved, or even you can feel good people telling you this food is good. I'm sure the chef, I think we had almost every day someone was asking our experience. Do you need anything extra? um are you full? How was the food? It is almost time to close the buffet. Have you had enough? That was everything for me about the food. Accommodation, after we moved to the new room, it was okay. Other than the hygiene aspect they need to work on, it was okay. um our transfers from the SGR station to the hotel was amazing, always on time. In fact, he would come earlier, and he was gracious enough to stop so that we can buy some mabus. Yeah, I think everything was smooth. Of course, Every time is a learning experience, and we have a few things we will work on going forward. As a person who is looking to do travel in the long run, not as little as I do now. I do little because that's what I can afford. And I would I would want to travel every month and share with you the experiences, what works, what does not work, where you can go on this budget, where you can consider going maybe in future, what to expect when you go somewhere, and all those things. That is my desire. And as it is still work in progress, the little trips that I will make, depending on my tight budget, I will share with you so that you get to see what to check next time. My closing remark: would I go back to Southern Palm? Yes, I would, if they improve their services and their reception. The reception and how to manage expectations should be well managed. Their hygiene should be managed, rooms to be tidied up every day, and towels to be provided sufficiently. Uh, the food was amazing, so nothing to complain about. It is ocean facing. It is ample. The pool is huge. You don't feel crowded. I don't know whether you have gone to a restaurant and you feel like you're choking in the pool. Yeah, so their pool is huge. Of course, their rooms are also reasonable size. Yeah, of course, I mean the new room, not the first room. Yeah, so basically I would say it is an overall good place, and you can always consider going there. And I am sure I will definitely give them feedback, so don't worry, I am not posting on YouTube and not giving feedback to them. I will give them feedback because I want a better experience next time. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you're new, you can consider joining the Just family. This is where we talk about finance, personal development, travel, and community service. If this is your kind of content, join us. Just hit the subscribe button down here and join the family. There's a join button down here also where you can support our channel. There's a super thanks, which is a heart with a dollar sign. You can support our channel. Perhaps you can enable me to be able to travel as much as I would want. And let it be very clear, for now, I'm not traveling for leisure. I travel to bring you content, to give you destinations, to just tell you what to expect whenever you go somewhere. I'm just basically giving you personal experience and and where I would definitely recommend. So thank you so much for watching, and see you on our next one. Bye.